Good morning. It is a rainy day in the North Woods. And we're out for our morning walk. And it's sprinkling on and off, and I feel like we are going back and forth up and down this hill down to this lake like all the time, but I wanted to go down here this morning. But then we might take a ride up. I'm out here kind of early today because I did. Ooh, look at this acorn. Look at that acorn. Isn't that cool? All right. Anyways. It is cold. Just like that. Just like that, it's fall. I don't know if you can notice the trees are draining of color. You can see the difference in how much lighter they are compared to the last couple months. Because everything's going to start changing now. Now we've had some cold weather. And I don't know. There's some things where, I don't know. I had this garden this year, and you know what? I get very little for the fruits of my labor, and I don't know that any of it's worth all the fucking bother that I put into it. I spent way more than I got back. I mean, it's really cool when, like last night, we had the zucchini from the garden, but it probably cost me $25 to grow that goddamn zucchini that I could have bought in the store for like $2.50 tops. And that just seems dumb. You know, I worry. Because now they're fucking, I don't know, they got blight all over them, and I don't, you know, and then you buy chemicals to try to get rid of this stuff, and am I getting out? Hey, quit eating that stuff. And trying to keep the deer out of the garden. There's another. It's a lot of work. That's what I got to say. Anyways, what I kind of wanted to talk about this morning was worry. And how much worrying we all do. And for what? Because you know what? And you know, this is vivid. This is something that I think about way more than I'd like to admit. But with all the financial problems that I have had over the years, you know, it's my instinct is to think that if I just worry about it enough, it will get better. And that's not true. I would get mad at my ex-husband because the bill, dude, life with him was just a financial nightmare. He bought, and then he didn't want to go to work. And then I'm at home dealing with the creditors. You know, and I never financially recovered from any of that. You know what? He went off and married some woman that her family's got money from somewhere. I don't fucking know. And he goes and buys a house and everything else. And I really don't understand. Meanwhile, I've had nothing. I live in a mobile home trying to raise his damn kid. God, you know what? I'm thinking way too much about that again, too. Probably shouldn't. Well, you know what? I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. And that's the truth. My life with him was not that great. It was me worrying about the money that he was going off and spending. Meanwhile, he's going off on trips to Canada. I've got pictures. I still have the pictures from all this shit. And I wasn't allowed to do anything. And when I did finally go and start doing stuff, then divorce was the answer. He cheated because I was such a bitch. Fucking. I'm so sick of men. I just don't even have any use for them. I went out with a friend the other day. I feel like I spent a bunch of money, and it's a guy. I spent a bunch of money, and then yesterday I tried to message him, say, you know, I thought I had fun. I thought I had fun. But then there's no freaking return text. And not that I needed a return. It just makes you feel like it's one-sided. And then Mike, I told him I had something for him, and do you think that he could message me last night? Oh, no. No, I'm sure he's mad because I went out and did something with somebody else. Don't matter if that person's gay. He just assumes I'm sleeping with everybody. Fuck him too. He ain't paying my bills. It never was going to. And then he wonders why the relationship don't work. That's why. You know, your commitment to me was shit that you weren't doing to begin with. You have, quote unquote, no sex drive. So apparently that means I'm just stuck if I get into a relationship with you. Whatever. And now I have all these fucking feelings for him. And you know what? The reality is he gets mad at me. He gets mad at me over every fucking little thing I do. And then it's don't talk to me. And now we're at that again. I went out and did something, and now I'm an asshole because I went out and did something. Whatever. And then he'll say, well, I'm not mad. We're not in a relationship. The fuck you aren't. You're mad. That's why you're not talking to me. Otherwise, I'd be getting a text. Although lately, I kind of feel like the whole thing is one-sided again. And it is. It's one-sided. It's me doing all the work. And if I'm not doing all the work, then I can go fuck myself. And this is why I'm not in a relationship with him. I just hate the fact that I still have all these feelings. I hate the fact that he's across the goddamn street. I hate the fact that no matter how many times he does this to me, I don't ever get enough of it. He'll be nice to me, and then I'm sucked back in again. Everything will go fine until I do something that he doesn't fucking approve of. And then I can go fuck myself again. Fuck people. Just, you know what? I need to get this shit off my chest. I'm not even going to feel bad about it. Why? People don't want to listen, they can shut it off. This is what this YouTube channel is about. Sometimes you need to bitch, and I have nobody to bitch to that won't get mad at me because I'm bitching. or try to fix it. I don't need anything fixed. What I need is to be accepted for who I am. And I'm so sick of feeling bad for going out. Why should I feel bad because I went and had a little fun? I didn't do anything. And even if I did, what fucking difference does it make? We're not in a relationship. Ugh, fuck me. Anyway, see where that got me? I started this whole thing off about worry. Because I'm worried about my water lines under my trailer. I'm worried about the fact that this shit ain't gonna get fixed. And nobody but me even seems to care because, my son's living there too. And he knows that this shit is going on. And his attitude is it's just not his fucking problem. The fuck it ain't your problem. I ain't making the kind of money to be able to support all this all the fucking time. Every time there's a meal. He comes home from work last night. That I'm supposed to cook. The fuck? I'm not living there and having him live there because I'm his goddamn personal slave. And that starts to be what it feels like. Because anytime he needs to come out of any money for any groceries, he don't want to do it. And I just get sick of it. How come I can't just fucking decide that I'm not doing it? No, I ain't making a fucking meal. I don't fucking feel like it. You want to come home early from work? You figure out your own shit. It's my goddamn night off. And since when is it just my fucking obligation to make all the goddamn meals? I get sick of it. And this is the frustration. This is because I'm worrying about the goddamn pipes. And I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to be the only one worrying. All right, calm down. He's the one sitting with a big fat bank account because I'm letting him live there. Yet you know what? This whole thing just really irritates me. Because I'm made to feel like I'm not allowed to feel like he should be pitching in with this shit. And I get so sick of it. Why should I be the one feeling this way all the time? Because it gets fucking old. All I fucking feel like I do is worry. about shit I can't do fucking anything about. And then if I go out and drink, then I'm the fucking asshole all the time. And you know what the truth is these people around me that want to point fingers at me have the ability to lift this worry from my brain. They have the power to fix this shit. And they don't do it. Out of merely the fact that really, how is it only my responsibility? That's what I would like to know. Sick of it. And then they wonder, like Mike wonders, now what do you do for me? You don't pay any bills for me. Once in a while, he'll listen to me bitch. I'm just frustrated, and I don't. It's what it is. I'll have to get this shit fixed. And I'll figure it out. Why? Because I have to. Meanwhile, the people around me that should be helping don't. And that's just the way it is, right? And you know what? And I'm sorry. My son makes it so goddamn difficult to have a conversation with him because he doesn't think any of this should be his responsibility, is what it comes down to. And I just don't even understand where he even comes to that conclusion on anything. How is it not? You live there too, and you are also an adult. All right. And I don't even know what to do. There's so many things that I'd like, I don't know. Part of what makes decluttering my life so damn difficult is because I've spent money on all this stuff. All the kids' stuff, my grandkids' stuff. All to support a life. I got behind things that just got ripped out from underneath me. And now I get treated like I didn't do any of this, and I can sort through all of these memories that prove that I did. And none of it feels good. There's some days where I just like to light a fucking match. Alright. Damn it. This isn't the way I wanted this to go this morning, but obviously this is what needed to be off my chest. And here we are. Because I'd like to buy a camera so that these videos would be full screen. I'd like to do more with this channel. It's really what I'd like to do. It's starting to rain a little bit harder, and I don't have a rain jacket on. All right, come on, Muttley Wutleys. And I don't know. Do I spend money on a camera? Because I don't know if this channel is ever going to do anything besides this. Which is fine if it is just this. But then if it's just this, I'm not going to go fuck around with a camera. Editing. Because even this starts to make you feel alone. This is my passion, and everybody around me Mike don't support it at all. I think it's stupid. And I'm so sick of listening to that. And then that's the kind of shit that just gets me. Because, there's things about his life that I don't approve of. The way he does things that I think is making things worse for himself. But that's just what I think. And I don't voice it to him because I don't want to bring him down. But he has no fucking problem telling me how stupid he thinks my shit is. And I get so sick of it. And then he accuses me of being negative. I just don't know. It is what it is, right? And this is it. Alright, we're going to get in the car. And I think we're going to drive out to Plum Vita. And look at it anyway. Maybe you should take some pictures because we should. Take a couple deep breaths. Because despite all of my worrying about these damn water lines, maybe a bit. Because I do. I worry. And it puts me in a shit mood. I can't help it. It's the way it is. I want this shit done and it just doesn't happen. Because I'm dependent on other people that don't want to do it. And you know what it comes down to is Ryan's not going to like it this winter when the lines are froze. And then it's going to be, why didn't I do something? How about, why don't you help? And Mike too. The water lines will freeze and then he's the one ending up crawling under there trying to thaw this shit out. Is that really what you want to be doing? How about let's get this shit done? And not make it solely my responsibility to push it along. But it's my fucking house. God. There are so many times where I wish I would have walked away 30 fucking years ago. because there are many days that I wonder, my ex-husband just walked away, started a new life. Is that life really so wonderful? He tries to paint it as perfect, but social media makes that shit really easy. Look at me, look at how wonderful I'm doing. Because so many people do it. I mean, I have this one friend that she is just posting pictures of her fucking house that they're redoing the interior of, because that's all she can think about is bigger, better, more. And then posting how wonderful her life is. Is it? Is it really that wonderful? Or are we just not seeing all of the shit? That's what I think it really is. We just don't see the shit. So therefore, we all think that we should be striving for that perfect life too. That doesn't even exist. Do I really think that any of these relationships, anybody around me, really has that great of a relationship? I can think of one. I have this little old couple that comes in and she gets her nails done. And she's in her 80s. And this little old couple, they come together. He 98% of the time comes with her. And they just get along. And if there's anybody that I idolize, it's those two. But you know what? They don't spend their time trying to prove to everybody how perfect their life is. I know that their life looks anyway and sounds pretty solid. They support each other. They talk to each other when they're upset. I know, because I see them. And really, that's the only one that I can really think of that is really that grandiose and special. Maybe my sister and my brother-in-law. I know they've had their ups and downs, but you know what? They're still together. Because in the end, them two love each other. When I went up into the hospital, it's the only thing that Jeremy could think about is where Rhonda was. And I have nobody. When I was in the hospital, nobody came. That's all I've got today. Because that's it. Everybody thinks they're so goddamn strong and that alone is so powerful, but... And I don't know. I don't know that being with somebody is that much more special. But I do know what it feels like to be in a hospital bed alone. Honestly, I can say that many times over the years. It's just when I was younger, it didn't bother me. It bothered the people around me. But I'm so goddamn used to being alone at this point that how do you rely on somebody? I don't have any faith in anybody. I can see how much I care about Mike, but do I really have any faith in him standing behind me on anything? No. No. You know what he does is anything that's making me happy, he shits on. Reality is I have these two dogs. Because if they could have been in the hospital with me, they would have been, but they didn't get a choice. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. This is Jen from Jen's House of Zen. Everybody, be kind to each other. This world needs way more kindness.
and I am doing the best with what I have been given. Good day.